Andrew, let's talk money. So many people left while they still could in the comment sections ideas or thoughts around the fact that News24 is probably going to make a huge loss now, that people who are unable to comment on the site would leave, and that would be a problem for News24 financially. Mandy Wiener actually wrote a very supportive piece about News24 being its own house, and our ability to close the comments rests with News24. But she did highlight something that many people are saying, and I'll read it. In an age of annoying and irresponsible clickbaiting, it does seem that News24 has made a courageous decision, although some may argue it could be short-sighted economically. Now, you did say in that column that you'd weighed up the options, and financially, is this really going to mean the end of News24?
No, I mean, I certainly don't think so, and I hope not.
I hope not either.
I will be an ex-editor-in-chief. But no, I mean, I think an international experience helps us here as well. I mean, other news organisations that have done this haven't seen dramatic drops in their audience numbers. The figures that we worked with suggest we won't see the same. In fact, day one, I'm not seeing any unusual patterns in our audience and engagement.
Just to note, today's Friday, so day one would be today, the day we're speaking.
Yeah, absolutely. Day one, Friday today. So I don't think so. And in fact, I would argue a very strong argument contrary to that. And I'll say if you take a long-term view as a media and as a news business, I mean, the greatest investment that you can make is in trust and credibility. And I think, I mean, the story of how we changed our comments policy is about a long-term story, and the long-term story is that News24 will be known, I mean, not just as a leader in breaking news first, but in a place where you can come to for reliable, trustworthy, credible information that serves the broad population of South Africa. And I think I mean, that's what we will win down the line. Any short-term losses, which I firmly believe are the risk of that is very, very, very slight, will be well offset by the gains that we will make over the long term.
Where do our readers go now to contact News24, to express their opinions? What are the channels available?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's obviously My News24 that I mentioned earlier. It's linked to on our site. You can go there, make a contribution. We'll look at it. If we think it adds value to the site, we'll publish it. Keep our eye open for stories that we will open comments on, because we will still do that. And of course, there's social media. I mean, we have a very active and enthusiastic Facebook community, as well as on Twitter. So plenty of places to interact and say what you think about what we're doing or what you think we're not doing, or the conspiracies that you think might be fueling our agenda. And I invite people to take the opportunity. I mean, in fact, I've been really amazed at the uptake on My News24, for example, around the comments issue. And clearly there are people out there who are interested in kind of formulating a view and articulating it, and with some substance, and offering it to us. And I think that's great, and I hope that will be the kind of the tone of the conversation that we will see on our site now.